Hello all, welcome to part 3 of communication skill. In the last session, we understood what are the key factors for effective communication. And in today's class or in today's video session, we are going to understand what are the barriers for communication. Barriers means what? Some of the hurdles or obstacles that might occur to not to have an effective communication. And the first one is environment of communication. Environment refers to the physical situations. Say suppose the weather is very cold and I'm listening to somebody, maybe the effective communication will not take place. Hot or cold situation or bad lighting, bad audio, then defective communication medium. Suppose the mic is not working of the communicator, that is the sender, and while online is going on communication, the internet is not very stable. So these kind of environment situations can pose as a barrier for communication. Okay, coming to the second one, situational barriers means at that point of time when the communication is going on, what are the situations that can occur? The situations that can occur are, the first one is distraction. Your mind is like a wind. It can travel anywhere. You're physically sitting there, but your mind may not be able to concentrate. Maybe because of what that day you're very sad, you're not feeling well, something like that. So these kind of situational barriers can also occur. Some of the other things are, in situational barriers, we have unprecedented events or unknown events that might occur. You're sitting and suddenly your stomach starts paining, or your head starts reeling, or your head is aching. That time also the communication will not be effective. The sender will be communicating, but you will not be able to receive it and decode and give the feedback. So if you recollect, when we understood the process of communication, not only the sender and receiver part is there, we have the decoding and the feedback also. Once the decoding is done, feedback means what? How well the receiver responds to your communication part. So that is called as your situational barrier. Coming to the third one now, barriers to effective listening. So barriers to effective listening also refers to, we tend to, when we are listening, suddenly we tend to get into some kind of decisions or conclusions and emotional state. Okay. Emotional state may not be okay. Temperament, we have some liking or disliking for the teacher or for the communicator. So this also refers to the barriers of effective listening, not only for receiving or sending, for receiving also certain barriers. So that we have certain prejudice or certain what to say, likes and dislikes. Those things affect the effective communication. And the last one is the personality traits of the communicators. Who is communicating? What is the personality? How is the body language of the person? How is the language of the person? Is he telling very fast or very slow? Or the language is very accented? The words are not very clear. The message told is not very clear. And other things that might occur is the behavior. How the communicator is behaving towards you, or if the age difference is too large. If two people are communicating, maybe an 80-year-old man is communicating to me, then maybe the age difference might act as a barrier also. Cultural difference, suppose I'm talking to a person in Japan, I do not know anything about Japan, then the communication will not be effective, isn't it? Then the other things will be ailments, disappointments due to some other reason, like personal grudge or something against people, or hidden intentions. Then we have the language barrier. All these things comes under the personality traits of the communicator. So if the effective communication should happen, these barriers should not be there. So now you can tell me, who is called as an effective communicator then? A person who is able to communicate properly with good language, with good body language, with good language skill, communication skill, all these things, and is able to provide that kind of environment. The light is okay, the sound is okay, the internet issues are taken care of, the seating is okay, and the matter that is told is very gripping. All these things will make sure that the effective communication take place. But sometimes, in spite of all these things taken care, some unknown situations can occur, and that comes under your situational barriers. So whenever something happens, certain obstacles are there, and these obstacles for communication are environment of communication, situational barriers, barriers to effective listening, and the personality traits of the communication. So in the next session, we'll understand more concepts about communication. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.